spotlight. Today we have someone very special to the Amrita family with us, Dr. K.V. NAGARAJA. With over 20 years in Amrita, he doesn't need an introduction. But for our audience, sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you. Myself, K.V. NAGARAJA, so one of the senior faculty in the Department of Mathematics, Amrita School of Engineering, Bangalore campus. Have been associated with Amrita since its inception. When we have started Amrita campus under VTU with the affiliation of Amrita Institute of Technology and Science, with around 150 students, around 16 faculty members. And today I think we can see Amrita has grown by leaps and bounds with more than 3,000 students with holistic education and more than 150 faculty members.
So what makes you passionate about mathematics?
Today if you see, mathematics is connected everywhere. For example, numbers are help us to understand the world, and mathematics help us to understand the numbers. And there are many real life applications we can solve by using mathematics. As we see today, everywhere people talks with artificial intelligence, machine learning, neural networks. There are many other domains. The mathematics and statistics are the main basis to connect, and that is where I think probably we can get into solving through various algorithms. So basically we are surrounded by equations, numbers and algorithms.
Absolutely agreed, sir. Coming to our next question for you. What do you see as the role or influence of Amma in your life?
Through our extraordinary acts of love, inner strength and self-sacrifice, today we can see millions of people are connected with Amma. I would say that in Amrita, hard work has been always rewarded, and justice will be done for everyone.
In your glorious career of almost 20 years at Amrita, what is your most memorable experience?
I feel whenever I used to get a mail from a chief editor from a journal, I am pleased to announce that your paper has been accepted in a so and so journal. That made me proud, and that will help for the those who are depending on PhD, and that is a good start to begin, and they can complete their PhD within their stipulated time. I think probably I would say that okay, so these are all some of the memorable events, and getting a high quality publication is really challenge in mathematics.
True, sir. What moment in your life made you want to share your love for mathematics with students?
Suppose if you consider from your school days, like a simple domains like triangle and square, I think most of you are love to do, I think, some of the arithmetic calculations. But when I started my research, when we see how we can perform calculations through over a triangle, and you can see the calculations through square. So there is a huge difference when you transform this triangle into a square, and it makes the whole simplifications will be very simple, and that will be connected for bundles of applications. And I wanted to say for students, just think, don't restrict to yourself for only one approach. Try to explore for different approaches, and be it in life or in studies.
something you would like to tell every student? Any words of encouragement for our next generation?
Set some realistic goals and try to achieve them. Try to put hard work and be smart. Smart work also required today, and I am sure I think you can reach your targets.
Thank you, sir. What or who inspires you in life?
Nature inspires. It is so vast and there are many things to explore.
Yeah, that's a perfect answer. Coming to our next question, sir. How has Amrita changed over the years, according to you?
So that's what I think I have already mentioned you. We have started around 170 or around 150 students. In 2002, just we had only couple of buildings where we can see that A block and that mechanical workshop building. Then when we moved into deemed university status in 2004, then after that I think always Amrita has been in the expansion, exponential expansion, and today we can see with holistic education for more than 3,000 students, and many are pursuing in research with more than 250 students. So that is a really great achievement.
True, sir. What are some of the things you have learned over the course of your career?
Working with in a group, then probably I can say that how effectively we can manage the time, then creativity skills, then problem solving skills, of course bringing one more dimension, leadership skills also, that is also very important. I think some of these things, so we are learning.
That's nice to know, sir. Following through your PhD is a big investment, sir. What kept you going? Also, could you elaborate on your research domain?
Motivation, self-motivation I would say, and dedication, time management, and a lot of patience. I think these are all some of the dimensions that are required for anyone to achieve something special. And my research interests are finite element method. This is one of the computational method where it can connect to various applications, as we see from aerospace engineering, or be it in electronics. Maybe you can see that electromagnetism, computational electromagnetism, then fluid dynamics or computational fluid dynamics. Then we can see image processing, where we can make use of finite element method. I think this is one of the computational tool where we need some algorithms, computer skills. So that is what I think all my students are good in some programming. So that is where probably I think we have achieved some, I can say, some delta progress.
Okay, that's a wonderful answer, sir. Another question about Amrita, sir. How does Amrita provide every student with an opportunity to explore different fields and gain hands-on knowledge and experience?
Yeah, definitely. Amrita is a wonderful place to learn every student. There are many platforms like I think you know that there is one big platform for Amrita Dhara. Students can participate in this Amrita Dhara. There are many clubs under this, curricular and co-curricular activities, technical activities, and I am sure every student can participate in these, and wherever they want to do as per their need, as per their choice. And also there are many interdisciplinary activities are happening related to research. If students are interested to go for higher studies, definitely this dimension would help for them to get a admission in a in a top university. So that is what even I have experienced with a few students.
Sir, I absolutely agree with that answer. And yes, since we have many cultural and technical wings, along with excellent people who guide, lecturers who can guide us for our future plans, I think Amrita definitely provides every student with a lot of opportunities. Moving on to our next question. What do you think is the most challenging aspect of research?
It's very difficult to say, but I would say that here getting a right problem and finding a meaningful solution. So this is probably where we have to invest a lot, and once if you find some meaningful solution, and how will you come to know is it there is a meaningful solution, right solution to your problem. And when we were conducting recently one research methodology, so I think people can, if you can, everyone can go through research methodology thoroughly. I think we can understand, and it will make you very simple, and also will come to know you are in the right direction. With these three words, this is what even Sriram sir taught us recently. When you come up with your problem with some meaningful solution, is it whether your approach is better or faster, or is it cheaper to design if it is related to some product. So with these three words, cheaper, better and faster, I am sure people can come up with a meaningful solution.
Yes, sir. The same goes on my mind. According to me, I think the entire process of identification of problem and implementation of the solution along with the testing methodology, the entire process itself is quite challenging. So yes.
No, if you are really interested, and definitely if you start digging what is happening around, I am sure we will get a right problem, and we can easily connect with the meaningful solution, and that should help us to address some of the applications.
So I think the key takeaway over here is that one must have keen interest and have deep subject knowledge, and that's how we can progress with research.
Definitely, research is not. It is basically interest, and we need to spend some quality time. Then I am sure if you start liking, then no one can stop you. Bringing out the meaningful solution, and that is where I think many faculty and many students we can see in Amrita getting in the domain of research.
That was a very insightful answer, sir. And we see that today's youth are heading more towards IT sectors and aren't pursuing research. So do you think research enthusiasts much hone their interest towards research skills even more? How would it help?
I agree with your question. Many are towards entering into IT sector, IT domain. But if I look back at 20 years of my experience in Amrita, even finding a faculty with BTech qualified faculty, it was a really challenge. But if you see even in computer science department, so there are many scholars. Maybe I would say that the highest number of PhD scholars, they have registered for pursuing research. I think people are showing lot of interest not only with IT. There are many, especially from the women category side, I think, where we can see that so there are a lot of enrollments towards research, and maximum PhD candidates enrolled in CSE department. So it is changing now. So people are preparing for teaching career with research, So that is how I think things are moving.
So I'm really happy to know that a lot of people are progressing towards research. I also see some of my peers who are planning to pursue their career in terms of research. So that's something nice.
But still the percentage is less, as you said, many are going towards IT domain. But of course again it is purely it is their choice.
True, absolutely agreed. And sir, moving on to our next question. This is about your teaching career. Throughout your teaching career, you would have seen and mentored several students. What has been your biggest learning experience from this?
If the student is decided to achieve something, no adults can stop them. That is what I think I have seen some of the students. Even recently there was one student, I think her motive was, I want to get into MS in top university. That is where I think she started from second year, and that is what today we can see. I think she has joined IIT Chicago for pursuing research. So
that's wonderful to know, and stories about such students definitely inspire other students. And as you said, if the student is thoroughly determined and enthusiastic
absolutely
about achieving something in life,
no adults can stop. Nobody can stop.
Now that you've told so much, sir, I would also like to know what has been the biggest challenge you faced in your tenure as a teacher, and what is the equation to your work-life balance?
I don't think I think I have faced any problem with maybe I would say that I am completing 20 years of teaching experience in engineering campuses. Probably I would say that maybe in the beginning maybe I can say 1 or 2 classes where some challenges when you are teaching for mechanical students. Otherwise I don't think I have faced any challenge. Even today I am enjoying my teaching profession, and for balancing your work life, if you plan and if you work every day, if you consider day-to-day life in a systematic way, and if you can share with your progress with your in your family, in your own family members, and involve some of the small things where household stuff we can help. So probably I think I don't think there is any imbalance managing with our profession and also at in your home environment.
That's a wonderful answer, sir, because achieving balance is something a lot of people really struggle with these days, coming to students or any other working professional, and especially if it's somebody who's into research. We've often heard about a lot of stories where this person is involved into research and he
is ignored
away from his family, so he's totally into the thing, and balance achieved inside the way that is.
I would like to add here. Okay, so because my wife is also a PhD holder and she is also in research, and I think where there is a frequency match, probably that is why maybe I don't face any imbalance equation.
That's wonderful. You have a very understanding and
absolutely
family. Okay. Sir, so in your vast experience of 20 years, you might have come across hundreds and thousands of students. What do you think lacks the most in engineering students?
I would say that I think they are lacking little bit of patience, and also they are lacking with understanding the basics thoroughly. So probably if these two dimensions, if they can come up with understanding thoroughly with the basics, and that is where like the place like Amrita, if you get into involved with yoga and all, so probably they can overcome with these two dimensions.
Agreed, sir. And coming to my personal experience with my peers, I've seen a lot of people who have, struggled very hard or put too much effort in 11th and 12th. And the moment they come into college life, they tend to relax a lot. So that's where the negligence towards academics begins, and I think that's the reason they lack basics.
No, that is where I think probably we have to add one more dimension. At least spending few minutes for doing some yoga. At least if you spend even 10 minutes, so probably I think we can overcome some of these.
Yes, sir. And I think a place like Amrita is a wonderful place for such students, because a lot of Indian families definitely have yogic sciences and other cultures as a part of their household tradition. But in some places where it's not much of a thing, I think when such students come to Amrita, Amrita gives them a lot of opportunity and exposure. And we have this morning prayer and everything. So I think the school culture is being continued here. So
no, when you step into Amrita, you feel like a temple. Yes or no? I mean, I don't know, okay, where there is any stress or something, So probably a place like Amrita, I don't think we can see, except maybe, if they can improve the basics, they can do wonders.
Agreed, sir. Absolutely agreed. Let's move on to our next question. You mentioned some of your students who you successfully guided towards higher studies. So, what is the formula you would suggest to students who are planning to pursue higher studies abroad?
So that's what I told you already. If you can set some realistic goals, definitely you can target.
At this particular phase, what vision do you have for Amrita in the upcoming years?
So let us welcome to the new batch of students. I'm sure they'll be coming with a lot of dreams. Definitely Amrita will fulfill all their dreams, and looking with Amrita ahead, definitely all the students will be given equal opportunity to according to their strength. There are a lot of activities are going to plan for the next maybe 4 or 5 years, and I would like to say here, I am more in research, and we are setting up some world-class infrastructure facilities in Bangalore campus. Then we are trying to bring well-qualified faculty, but already well-qualified faculty are there, where we can see now there are many faculty have joined recently. Then try to encourage as many as into interdisciplinary activities. I'm sure with next 4 or 5 years definitely there are a lot of changes, and where I'm sure both faculty, students, we can contribute especially in research dimension, and I'm sure we are going to take this Amrita into top 100 ranking probably within 2030. So that is what maybe probably I would see, maybe next within a decade Amrita is going to be placed in top 100.
Yes, sir. And being a student of Amrita also, it makes me very proud to see that my university is among the top 5 of the country. And also, like you said, the newcomers will have a lot of dreams and passion. And with the kind of atmosphere at Amrita, and with Amma's hand on everybody, I think this is a wonderful place for growth. And all the teachers, faculty, everybody over here are so highly qualified and passionate about their work. So I think that makes a huge difference and impact. And I think that's where we see the difference in Amrita
and other institutions around us.
True. So I think we could conclude with that, and thank you so much for your time. and those wonderfully insightful answers. Thank you once again.
Sure.